Hello and welcome to my gathering strats. I'm BKB and this will be a Fate Reforged Cans of Tarkir draft, and I don't have to look at many other picks. I'm pretty sure this is worth something. Let me check it out. Not only that, I think that wasn't correct. Let's try to spell it correctly. Monastery Mentor. 13, 10, 11 tickets, yeah, that's fine. It's a pretty good card overall. 2 for 3 is already decent with prowess, and making 1/1s with prowess is fantastic, and it leads to a deck that I like a lot. Although this pack is pretty good. Light form is probably up there. The blue dragon is okay, it's a 4 for flyer for 6. There's a land. This one is decent. Pressure point is pretty good. Reach of Shadows is nice. I mean, it's a lot of good cards, but we're gonna take the one that's best and worth the most. Alright, so white cards. Pressure point, pretty good. I don't think that's worth taking. I can't imagine it being worth anything, and triple blue is pretty ambitious. It would be fantastic with Monastery Mentor though. Like Jeskai Sage, but I think Bathed in Dragonfire is just a lot better. I think it's the best card in the pack. Yeah, probably. And I don't mind going into red-white. So Bathed in Dragonfire it is. It's pretty good with Monastery Mentor as well. Gives a token, trigger prowess, and clears the way. So the green dragon is pretty nice. What does you do? That's not horrible either. I do like the Dragon Bell Monk though. I like to run cards as well. Refocus is decent. Soul Summon is also pretty good. We could take a land here. Or we can take another 3-drop. Or the 4-drop. Stupid scroll. I think I'd rather have the 3-drop. It's cheaper. Yeah, it's a tough pick. I could also just take the land. I know I will be playing red-white. That will give up on some good cards though. I'm gonna pick the land now so I don't have to do it later on. Getting mana is the most difficult task. +2, +3. Probably not. Another defector. Cleric, nothing for me. I did actually enjoy playing Jeskai Runemark, just because it's so powerful when it goes off. Warflare is pretty strong, but we have a Whisk Away, and that is just insane. So I'm gonna pick that. Going full Jeskai here. We can easily win this by whisking something away, untapping, bathe, and bash for a gazillion damage. We have to pick up something that doesn't cost 3 at some point. Let's see, we have a refocus, enhanced awareness, and that's basically it. I'm gonna pick the refocus. I think. Do I want this? I mean, nah, refocus is not as replaceable. You can get some of the other draw cards like a Treasure Cruise or whatever. It is instant though, which is worth noting. Monastery Mentor. It is pretty strong, I have to say. What do we want to open in? The cons booster, like Sarkhan would be nice. If I could pick a card. Okay, we have another land, a Cunning Strike. Reality Shift, but I don't really like that card. Land or Cunning Strike. I do think Cunning Strike is good, but it's also pretty replaceable, I'm gonna pick another land, which is not that replaceable. Let's say it was Cunning Strike and a refocus, then I might take the Cunning Strike. Just because I already have a refocus and Cunning Strike is pretty good. But a land is a land. Every pick you can take a land over. Every pick you can take a land over nothing. You just almost have to pump the fist because that's so important. If I can end up with like 6 lands or something, I would be really happy. And we already have 2, so that's nice. I do like to go either heavy red or not very red at all, and that's what it looks like we're going. I really don't think we will go away from Monster Mentor nor the blue cards. But there's also nothing else I would like to play here at all. This is just not good, but I guess we can pick it up now. I mean, we don't take the Skullkeeper over anything, but even with Delve cards, I don't think it's that good. I mean, the Mill Yourself for 2 is such a minor upside that it's not that great. I mean, Wetland Sandboard is the same. See, we get a Cunning Strike anyway. Boom Keg is really bad. Neutralizing Blast, really bad. Alright, Cunning Strike. It would be nice if we could play like 3 or 4 creatures and 3 Goblin Slides or something. That would be insane. Insanely fun, I suppose. Really? Whisk Away this late? I think it's an excellent card. Oh well, I will pick it up then. It's a Griptide with a restriction on it, but it's also cheaper. And Unsummons in this format is really good. Now, however, I will definitely pick up the Temporal Trespass. And Enhanced Awareness, I think, over Refocus. Even though it could come one in this pack or the next, whatever. I don't foresee playing the Trespass right now, but I mean, we could get there. If we're like almost blue, mono blue, and like have a couple of white cards and a couple of red cards, we could be able to play this. Hero's Blade or the Defector. Don't think I will play the Hero's Blade, so yeah, the other one came around. Still think I'm gonna take it though. Now I really don't need more card draw. What is nice is that if they decide that they don't want to attack into your Combatrix, well then you can draw cards. And if they do attack into your Combatrix, you blow them out somehow. So the first picks were really good, then it fell off a bit, but that's usually what happens. A blue rare, you say. So we have Mystic, pretty good. Feet would be really nice with Mentor. Weapon Master, but I think I'm just gonna take the 1000 Winds and be happy with that. It is a pretty nice card, and we will get to that point, I think. I like to have 1 or 2 more expensive creatures that you can draw into. And this also comes down on turn 2 if you want it. We need to prioritize creatures if we're not going Goblin Slide or something. But for that we need Goblin Slides, I suppose. Kratos Claw. Wow, this pack is really good. Kratos Claw is nice. Burn Away is pretty good. Crippling Shell is nice. Wind Scout. I've actually never had a Wind Scout in a deck, so I'm pretty sad to pass it. And a land, but Kratos Claw will do just fine. It's hard to argue with a Fireball. Well, I think Jeska is open. Now I get my pick. And it's hard to argue with Narset, especially since we have like Time Walks and Whiskaways and yeah. Wow, Narset. So 3 rares, 2 rares and a mythic. Pretty nice, I would say. Now it's almost worth using this just to draw cards to get up to this. We only have a couple of creatures, but they're all really good besides those, I guess. Besides the fillers, as it's usually. Maybe we don't even play that much white. Alright. Here we have a Wind Scout, and I think that's the pick. This only gives us 1 color. Ride-on is not that great. Wouldn't mind a Leaping Master, but Wind Scout it is. Guess you can be up here. I don't think it's that likely to hard cast it or unmorph it, but it's more likely to hard cast it than anything else. Deflecting Palm, you say? Actually, I'm just gonna pick a land. But I wouldn't fault anyone from taking Deflecting Palm because it's actually pretty good. But since it doesn't hit creatures, it drops up pretty fast for me. So here's the thing. Student is better than Leaping Master. But we're looking to play like 3 or 4 white cards. And that makes Leaping Master a lot better. But I think we still take Force away here. It's just so good. Gives us so much time. All we need to do is resolve Narset and we will win. More or less. Yeah, we have some crazy powerful cards. It's bad when we hit Kratos' Claw with Narset, but what can you do? This pack is extremely bad. Could take another land. Swift Kick's not really what I want. It's either we hate a card like Mandrills that is highly replaceable, but then I'd rather hate a land, or we take a very marginal sideboard card. I think we just take a land. You never know. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick another land. Canyon Lurks is not worth it. Ifrit Weapon Master is, though. It's a pretty good one. And I wouldn't mind a couple of more creatures. And no, I'm not playing cards like Tigam Scheming just to power out Temporal Trespass. It's not worth it by a mile. It's like, no. I would like another duel other than red-white though. Also wouldn't mind a couple of 4-drops. What did we take over the two? Yeah, we took a land. Oh really? Alright. I don't mind the land. So we have 4 white lands for 2.5 white spell. So we don't have to play any planes at all. So we're basically a 2-color deck. What I'm looking for is basically a couple of better 2-drops if I can replace them. Otherwise it's basically creatures and premium removal. You're not very good, but I guess I'll pick you up. Yeah, Leaping Master it is. It's better than both the 2-drops we already have, so I guess we take the Valley Dasher. The other card you can play. Feel free to. Whatever. I don't think anyone would play that. Maybe. Stupid scroll. Might have to replace my mouse sometime. Enter the Pits. Ice Feather Aven is pretty good though. But we can't take that. Overall this pack was really bad for us. We could take Ice Feather Raven. We have a Thornwood Falls, but that seems bad. I think I'd rather have the Crippling Chill at that point. Although I wouldn't mind splashing it. But Crippling Chill it is. Let's remove the land so I can see. 20 cards, 2 more basically, and that should be creatures. And then we would like to start like shaving off the Whirlwind Adept. Don't need that one. Shave off the bad 2-drops. Even if you can't trigger Ferocious on the Critics Claw, I think it's good. So we have Jeskai Elder, Bring Low, Defiant Strike, Force Away. I think it's just the Elder. Force Away is better, for sure. But I want some more creatures. This fixes 2 colors. Do we have... I don't want to take the SK Student, and I don't think I want the Horde Chief either. They're both pretty good, but I won't be playing that many white sources. Treasure Cruise is appealing. It's either Treasure Cruise or one of the lands. I don't really need a Treasure Cruise though. I think I'm happy just taking another land here. Alright, Master the Way or Sage Eye Harrier. Alright, Master the Way it is. Now we can start shaving off stuff. Mind Swipe. Another Force Away. The colors are open for sure. Do I want the Mind Swipe or not? We are a bit low on creatures. The cards we're looking to cut is Whirlwind Adept and maybe the 2-drops. Maybe actually Temporal Trespass. It's good with Narset though, but if you can attack with Narset, it's already pretty good. Guess we already have 4 2-drops. Do we take another Force Away? I think we have enough of that. I'm gonna pick the Mind Swipe, actually. That's a late Vice here, whatever. Set Adrift. Defiant Strike. Or Singing Bell Strike. Or Cranial Archive, I suppose. Could just be the Bloodfire Mentor. I don't really like him that much, but in this case I think I'd rather have him over the Whirlwind Adept at least. What are we cutting then? There's a Take Up Arms and a Skullkin. Take Up Arms is nice, but we have so many 5-drops. I'm just gonna pick the Skullkin and shave off some spells here, I think. I think we can cut the Skullkeeper and 1 more card. And I really don't want to shave more creatures. Land or another Skullkin. We don't need the land. But do we want another Skullkin? Then we have to cut 2 cards, and I think it's probably the Cunning Strike anyway. Then Temporal Trespass is hanging loose. We do have good fixing already. You can't have too many lands though, but what are we shaving off then? I think I want the Skullkin anyway because I want more creatures. But now I'm fine. What to cut? Could play 17 lands, but I don't like that. I guess we do have a decent amount of card draw, but could be 1 Enhanced Awareness. Sure. I guess we take this stubborn denial. And we get another land anyway. Gonna pick the Harrier. I don't think I want to start it, but it's good to have access to. 1/5 flying is pretty big. There we have another 2-drop if we want one. And what do we get? Cranial Archive, that's fine. Alright, now we have some building to do. Because I'm not sure how to how the final deck will look like. We have so many good cards, that's the thing. So when you have a lot of power, you need to find a good balance. We didn't get like any prowess creatures, so we will be more of a controlling deck. Drawing cards, hitting in the air and burning stuff. But we have a lot of tools to work with. And we have lands. Blue, white, blue, red. What is this? Blue, red. So we have 7 lands, pretty nice. And we don't need a single plains for sure. So cards that are in contention of getting played is Cunning Strike, Whirlwind of the Sage-Eye Harrier, Wetlands. I guess I'd rather play Sultai Skullkeeper then. So let's see. Let's try to sort them out here. Mindswipe is at best a 3-drop, but I would say it's like all X-Spells, I used to put them as far up as I can. Crippling Chill, Whisk Away, Bathing Dragonfire. Something like this. So I do think we have a decent amount of stuff to play out early. So I don't think we need a Skullkeeper. Cunning Strike is worse than a lot of those cards. I don't think I will be playing it. Whirlwind of Depth is not a very good creature. We do lack 5-drops, but I don't think I will be playing it anyway. Same goes for Sage-Eye Harrier. So I want to shave a card because I want 18 lands. Mainly it is because I want to hit my land drops so I can get a flow in the deck. And I don't think I can cut any creatures. The only one that I'm disappointed in playing is the Bloodfire Mentor because it can't attack. It's just not that good. So maybe I should cut it. Yeah, maybe that's actually true. It buys a lot of time though. It holds the ground, that's true. I'm looking at one of the enhanced awareness. I want to keep refocus up. Force Away, Bait, Whisk, Crippling Chill. I think it's either enhanced awareness or temporal trespass, and since I have it, I might as well try it out. I don't foresee it being like game breaking or anything, but I guess I can play it. So let's see, we have 7 lands. 1, 2, 3. How many red spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. And blue spells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I think. Let's add the lands. We don't need any white lands, that's for sure. So we have 11 lands left. We don't need any plains. 6 islands and 3. How are you suggesting that? No. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources and 1, 2, 3 blue sources. I think I want to go something like this. This gives us 7, 8, 9, 10 blue sources and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 red sources. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. How did that happen? Do I have a place for more lands? Obviously we have. I guess I will add one of each. There we go. I'm not sure how my math is today, but obviously it's not on edge. So is that everything? I think so. If they're fast, we can bring in more 2-drops. If they're slow, we can bring in like Cunning Strike, Enhanced Awareness and stuff. Yeah, I like this deck. I'll submit it and see you shortly for game 1.